Hello people, welcome back. Yet again, we have another brain rot channel abusing YouTube's copyright system to take down smaller creators. But this time, it's not just one channel doing it, it's two content farm channels working together, making attempts to take down a YouTube channel who's criticizing them. Allow me to introduce you guys to KeidBoi and BENJIxScarlett. Now, I don't know whether or not these two channels are both being ran by the same person, but what I do know is that the two channels are definitely working together to try and take down a channel that has criticized both of them. Either way, this whole situation is completely messed up, and we gotta talk about it. So this all started when the YouTuber Villainy made a few videos calling out these two channels. Both channels are disgusting. BENJIxScarlett uploads Digital Circus Orange and Black. If you know, you know. Their most popular video is literally Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus spying on Ragatha and Pomni in the shower. And the video starts with the two of them like taking off their clothes to hop in the shower. And let's just say it reveals a little bit too much. Like, YouTube, what the actual fuck? How is this allowed? The moderation team had to have been taking a nap whenever this popped up on their screen or something. Anyways, the other channel doing these strikes is known as KeidBoi. Their biggest video, Don't Peek, which within 5 seconds of the video starting, the animation zooms in on Ragatha's jiggle physics in the chest area. The fact I can't even explain in words what's going on in these animations is very telling. Like, I have to dance around it just in my descriptions or else my video will get taken down. Yet these videos are all good willy-nilly. It's allowed. Anyways, in that video, after the jiggle physics, it then cuts to Jax and Kinger looking up Ragatha's skirt. And Ragatha's like, hey, what are you doing? All you had to do was ask and I would have let you take a peek. Now, KeidBoi's content is pretty terrible, but here's where things get even worse. This channel who's copyright striking somebody, which I will remind you guys, we're gonna get into all the details of these copyright strikes. I have emails between Villainy and these channels, and the people behind these channels are some of the most insane people on this planet. We'll get into that shortly. Anyways, this copyright striker literally steals their animations. Up on the screen here, you'll see on the left is an animation from the YouTuber MZ, and on the right is KeidBoi's video. They're exactly the same. Like, it's literally traced over frame by frame, just swapped with Digital Circus characters who, once again, they don't own the rights to. They copy various channels. I think they even copied some award-winning short film known as In a Heartbeat without giving any credit to any of the original creators. Insane irony, dude. And let me tell you, throughout this video, the irony just grows and grows. We're about to see some of the most ironic shit from these two shitter animation channels. Seriously, how is a channel who copies assets and animations frame by frame copyright striking somebody, claiming that somebody reacting to them and calling them out is using their original work? Like, anyways, let's get into all of this. All right, Villainy made videos exposing these two channels, talking about how disgusting they were and how they target these videos towards a kid's demographic. And that's even more evident whenever you look at their comment section. We can see people just commenting emojis, sentences that don't make any sense. Like, these comments are obviously made by kids, right? And also, whenever the channel first started, they were making animations about like Inside Out and other kids animations, and then they transitioned into these weird sexual Digital Circus ones. So that's what Villainy kind of talked about in her videos, and instead of these channels just taking the L or even just ignoring the videos like most people do, these channels went full villain mode. They filed false copyright strikes on her videos and are now trying to get her wiped off of YouTube. The first strike she got came from BENJIxScarlett, and he issued a strike to Villainy because she used a 15-second segment of his animation in her video. Anyways, after receiving this strike, Villainy sent out an email to BENJIxScarlett in attempts to try to get the strike removed. She explained how her video was fair use, also explained to BENJIxScarlett that the assets he was using were from a third-party franchise, and that neither of them would hold ownership of the original characters. Villainy then goes on to say that she believes the strike may have been an honest mistake and that she respects the creative effort behind the work, and then kindly asks them to remove the strike. Honestly, this email is just very nice. She's not approaching this in an aggressive manner, and honestly, it's just a very respectable email. Anyways, though, BENJIxScarlett ended up responding, and he said this: "Hello. Thank you for writing. Unfortunately, I won't be able to withdraw the strike as your call to delete my channel partially worked, and I received yellow coins on certain videos plus comments from a large number of people that they came from you. It was quite frustrating when a video gains 500,000 views and goes on, but after the yellow coin, the recommendations drop. So basically, this dude just complains that Villainy video aided in him getting demonetized, which I don't even know if that's possible for a call-out video to get another channel demonetized, but regardless, the videos this dude is posting shouldn't even be allowed on this platform, let alone both allowed and monetized. So W YouTube for demonetizing those videos. All right, YouTube gets a round of applause. Good shit. Anyways, though, he continues on his email to say, I recommend you to choose another niche and create content without such appeals, respecting the labor of others. Best regards. Respect the labor of others. The irony has never felt this extreme before. Like, is this real? Am I reading this right? We have the creator of this GMcraft channel here, this fucking channel, telling someone to pick a different niche and change their content and to respect his labor making these disgusting videos. Buddy, how do you expect anybody to respect your labor when your labor is generating money off of farming sexualized animations to show to little kids on YouTube? You're a fucking creep. I, nor nobody else, has ever had any reason to respect you. How on earth does this dude actually think he deserves to be respected? This is insanity. And you saying to pick a new niche, to change up the content. How about you pick a new niche? I'd recommend one that doesn't rely on preying on kids as your YouTube niche. That might be a good option. Like maybe go play Roblox or something, and not in the Kobe Blocks way, okay? Like, just play fucking parkour. I don't know. I genuinely just can't believe this email is real. Like, this is insanity. This is just the start, though. Somehow, there's even more back and forth with this dude, and it's all just unbelievable. Moving further into these email combos, Villainy responds to GMcraft, basically informing him about how abuse of the copyright tool is wrong and bad for the YouTube ecosystem as a whole. She also explains how her content was completely fair use and all of that. She then ends off the email with a proposal to GMcraft, and this is extremely respectable, to be honest. Once again, she said, I'm still open to finding a solution that works for both of us. To address your concerns, I'm willing to revise the title of my video to ensure it doesn't suggest or encourage any actions against your channel or content, and add a clear disclaimer in the video stating that I don't support harassment, mass reporting, or disruptive behavior directed at you or your work. She then moves on to say, in the interest of fairness, I'm giving you 12 hours to respond to this proposal. If I don't hear from you by then, I will assume that you are unwilling to resolve this amicably. At that point, I will 1. Move forward with creating a video about the situation, highlighting everything, and 2. Retract my offer to revise the title of the video, as I believe the original title wasn't within the bounds of fair use and not actionable under copyright law. She goes on to say, I'd much prefer to resolve this constructively as creators. I think we should try to find common ground and handle this respectfully. Let me know your thoughts on this proposal. Thank you for your time. Best regards. Like, honestly, such a good email. She handled this way better than I would have ever. Like, if anything, she was a little bit too nice to GMcraft. So you'd think with Villainy being this courteous, GMcraft would have a good response to this. Maybe he'd accept the proposal. Yeah, I'd expect some sort of good response. Well, here's what he said in response to this very generous email. Hello, that's a good text. The only thing is that I think you are parasiting on other people's videos. You could create content that you see yourself, beautiful animations, etc. Not using other people's videos in such a way and calling for deletions. Buddy calls these beautiful animations. Is this actually a real human typing behind these emails? This dude cannot be real. Hey, Villainy, maybe you should stop making money off of calling me a creep and be a creep yourself. Wow, dude, great suggestion, GMcraft. Why didn't Villainy just think of that from the start? Like, what? Anyways, he then goes on in the email to propose a compromise where if Villainy deletes her videos on both GMcraft and Cartoon, then he'll remove the strike. Now, we haven't even gotten into the Cartoon strike yet, but the other strike Villainy received was from this channel, Cartoon. At the start of the video, we went over what their channels are like, and you can see that their animation styles are wildly similar. And this dude, GMcraft, is calling for her to delete the videos made on both channels. My genius guess is that GMcraft also runs this Cartoon channel, either that or like they're close friends or something. It's more likely though that he runs both channels, because why would he be negotiating the deletion of both of these videos? Anyways, GM continues to say, if you don't agree to take down the video, then he will issue 5 more strikes on other videos Villainy made on him, taking down her YouTube channel. So he went from proposing a compromise to straight up blackmailing this creator, saying, now, if you don't accept the compromise, I'm deleting your channel. Let me just say, the fact that that's even possible for this guy to do and threaten to somebody is just unacceptable. The YouTube community has been calling for a rework of the copyright system for years and years because of cases like this. Like, this dude is literally threatening to take down Villainy's livelihood because she called out his animations for what they were: disturbing, borderline predatory animations about cartoon characters that resonate with millions of kids around the world. These are animations that should have been taken off YouTube, hence her title of the video that they took down, please delete your channel, or whatever it was. Anyways, Villainy also reached out to Cartoon, who, once again, I still think is just GMcraft on another account, but she reached out to him directly about the 2 copyright strikes that he sent her, and guess what? They completely ignored her, which is very unsurprising to me because I think the person behind the Cartoon email already had been emailing Villainy and said all of this stuff that we just talked about. Anyways, as of right now, Villainy has a copyright strike from GMcraft and 2 pending strikes from Cartoon. If the 2 strikes from Cartoon hit, her channel's gone. It's deleted. And that's not okay. It's not okay what GMcraft and Cartoon are doing, and it's not okay that the YouTube system allows stuff like this to slide. So to either Cartoon or GMcraft, if either of you are watching, or I think it's just the one guy behind the channel, so if that dude's watching, not only is what you're doing completely wrong, but you're also just digging yourself into a deeper hole and putting your own channels at serious risk. If you actually care about keeping your channels, which I don't think they should be allowed to be kept, but if you actually care about them staying up, then this is just a really dumb move. Do you really think this is gonna end well for you? Like, how stupid could you possibly be? So listen, Cartoon, GMcraft, whoever's behind these strikes, retract them. You know damn well these aren't even copyright violations, and abusing YouTube's system like this can and will backfire on you hard. What you're doing here is disgusting in a million different ways. For everyone watching, I suggested to Villainy that they tweet out something to Team YouTube about the situation, because that's the best way to resolve stuff, unfortunately. Like, for some reason, YouTube support is like the best on Twitter. I don't know what it is, but if you guys have a Twitter, top link in the description is going to be a link to her tweet. Go to her tweet at Team YouTube in the replies and retweet it. Let's make some noise. The more attention this gets, the better chance YouTube actually does something about this, because this as a whole is just absolutely unacceptable. Once again, I've linked the tweet down below. Let's make sure this doesn't get swept under the rug, and yeah, bye.